Alright guys, let's get started with another VOD review. It's Canadian. Today we're doing a VOD review for Jeffrey W. Um, he is silver player. It looks like on PC. He's gonna be playing on Lijiang Tower today.
Hey,
If this is your first time watching one of
so
these, I am Canadian. I do these VOD reviews to help people get better with Zarya, talk about positioning, target selection, ability usage, things like that. Now, if you're wondering why you should listen to anything I have to say, I'm a 4200 Grandmaster Zarya main the last couple seasons, and I just try my best to help viewers, improve with the character. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. Now, if you are watching live and you have a question, put @Canadian in your question. I'll be sure to answer it after the review, but I try not to talk to chat during the review so it can kind of be like one seamless experience. Anyways, let's go ahead and get
sorry, I
started.
just joined the voice channel. We're Overwatch, so I told her I would.
What about tank fetus?
Tank fetus? Um.
It's worth noting now since we haven't seen the past, but you got the health bars enabled, so that's
I
good.
want to think about that.
Watch the Pharaoh rocket here. Oh my god, that was so risky. Your Rhine didn't even have shield up. Good
Okay,
bubble
let's
on your
focus on
Rhine that's
Reinhardt.
charging in.
Reinhardt half.
Reinhardt's super low.
Nice.
Good
Let's
kill.
go back on.
Alright, let's rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, good bubble there.
Alright, let's.
So in terms of target selection, I appreciate your commitment to killing the enemy Reinhardt. Actually, let's hide this. Because so there's a couple of ways to like win a fight. Kill the front line, and then the back line has nowhere to go, or you kill the back line, the front line is just stranded. So you could choose to like fight this Lucio or fight this Reinhardt, and this isn't necessarily there isn't like a right or wrong decision here. It's just each decision has pros and cons. So if you kill Lucio, he's kind of hard to kill. He heals himself up. You have zero charge, so make him even harder to kill. So this is a bit difficult, but you're over here, you're helping your Rhine kill the enemy Rhine, and like once you kill the enemy Rhine, they don't have a big shield to hide behind, your team does, and that just gives you an advantage. So there isn't necessarily a right or wrong play here. I think one's a little bit better than the other, so kudos for following up with your Reinhardt.
Let's focus there, Reinhardt.
The other thing is, it's been forever since I reviewed a video using YouTube controls. The reason we had to do it today, guys, is because there was an issue downloading the video. So I apologize about that. So we're going to do our best with the YouTube controls and, go from there.
Reinhardt half.
Reinhardt's super low.
Nice.
I'm trying to see,
Focus there, Reinhardt.
your personal shield obviously
Reinhardt
happened right
half.
here, but I want to know who gave you
Nice.
the energy.
Let's go
I
back on
literally
point.
I don't know who gave it to you, but good job protecting
Reaper's
yourself.
getting healed.
Lucio's dead. How did I die from that?
Can we get
Good
Winston?
bubble there on your Mercy.
Winston's good.
Oh, by the way, if you're also wondering, the sound in the video is heavily favored towards the chat from the players, and the actual gameplay is muted. So that's not something that I did, guys. It's just something in the source video. I can't control it, but that's okay. We're still going to do our best to, review the video.
Getting healed.
Let's go back look at these
Alright, let's go
bubbles.
for Reinhardt half.
Reinhardt's super low.
We already saw that
Nice.
one.
Alright, let's go back on point.
Lucio's dead.
Alright, Reaper's getting healed.
Lucio's dead.
Good shield on the Mercy, by the way, to protect her from the
Can we get
Reaper.
Winston?
So we see off on the side here.
Alright, Reaper's getting healed.
Where'd your Reinhardt go? That's what I'm trying to. Okay, so here's your Reinhardt, right? He's super weak,
Reaper's getting healed.
right? Your Mercy is healing your Rhine, who's behind you, and then he dies to the Reaper when you had this barrier up. Let's see when you actually got this barrier back, just to make
Reaper's
sure.
getting healed.
So you have it this whole time. So it's just kind of like I totally understand that you were looking at your Mercy and she was in danger. So I'm not saying this was a bad barrier by any means. Just try and keep track of your front line, because your Reinhardt does go down, and maybe if you were there with him pressuring, you maybe could have scared the Reaper away. Once you look over, because Mercy flew in to heal the Rhine, the Rhine was dead. So again, this is still a good bubble on your Mercy. Just nothing you did wrong. Just something to keep in mind for future engagements.
Can we get Winston? Alright, Winston's getting healed. Let's get Genji. Genji weak.
Currently, we're seeing a bit of we're seeing a lot of beam usage when they're out of range. Just once they're out of beam range, either commit to grenade or just like switch targets. Like here,
Winston's getting healed.
you ran out of ammo, so that was fine. Here, Genji, right now he's completely out of
Genji
range,
weak.
so just switch targets. Not a big thing. Just I just wouldn't want to see that tendency to like you know
Nice. Let's get the
cause a
Ryan.
mistake to happen
Ryan
in like a
job,
different
please.
situation. Good
Nice.
kill on the Rhine there. Good bubble on your Rhine charging in.
Winston's super low.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely farm that Winston for ult.
Come on.
Yep, very, very nice.
Nice. Good shatter. Good shatter.
That was a good shatter, but probably wasn't
Kill the
needed.
Ryan,
You
kill
guys
the
had
Ryan.
like a 6v2 going, so a little overzealous there.
I almost have grab. What can we combo?
I like the communication, by the
We have
way.
a
I
jump.
almost have Graviton. What can
Right.
we combo? That's really important. The Fair is now saying, hey, I'm really close to Barrage, so really good communication. I really like it. Let's look at your bubble again. Excuse me.
I almost have grab. What can we combo?
Great job
We
getting
have a jump
energy
right,
versus
right.
this Reaper. He's literally just handed it to you, so good job there. Oh,
Oh,
you
sorry.
tried to
That's
shield
not
your
for Ryan.
Rhine,
That's not for Ryan.
but unfortunately, that would have been a great shield. Unfortunately, that it did get put on someone
I'm
else.
dead. Can we
The resurrect, come on, the triple res. You got to do it, Mercy.
res? Can we res?
The res?
Mercy, where
Is
are
it gonna
you?
happen? Is it gonna happen? She gonna get it?
Nice.
Yeah. A good shield. Very good shield. Oh my god. Hit shift.
what?
Aw. The
I thought I
Pharah.
bubbled.
You saved the Pharah? Did you save the Pharah?
Nice.
Yeah, you did. You saved the Pharah with your bubble, and then she booped the Reaper towards you, so that's just unfortunate. Really nothing you could have done
what?
better there.
I thought I bubbled.
I'm glad you didn't just like spawn and grab because your team
Sorry,
wasn't
no
really in a
worries.
position to follow up. There definitely was a grab opportunity, but you didn't use it, which wasn't a bad thing. So, good bubble there to, save your Pharah.
Junkrat, what's your
Never
ult at?
DM'd you on Twitter? No worries, man.
Come back. Is that fair? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
fair. You go over there.
Alright, yeah, definitely I would fall back. Ooh,
Alright, Farah, where are you?
the
We can
Pharah's
combo.
trying to force it a little bit. Okay, now that your Rhine's here, actually, you can go in. But when you turned this corner before, it was just you, and you were kind of overextended a bit. And I was gonna say, just kind of stand like right here and wait for your Rhine. But now your Rhine's here, so once this bubble goes down, right, which is their only shield, right? We saw the enemy team's composition. They only have a Winston barrier, so now that this bubble's gone, just like wait for this bubble to go away. Try and get a grab on like 2 to 3 people. Pharah will save the bubble for Pharah. She'll fly in. You'll get a great combo off. That's what I'm hoping for in this. Oh, they have a Reinhardt. Excuse me. How could I forget? Good bubble there on your Reinhardt.
Oh, this was bad.
No,
Oh,
that was
nice,
actually
nice.
really good.
Alright. Nice.
All right, let's
Watch
talk
out,
about
watch
why
out.
this was good. So, the first thing is
Alright, Farah,
your
where?
Reinhardt is not indecisive at all, which is great.
Okay,
He's
we can combo.
he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go in, and he goes in. There's none of this like posturing around the bridge. Your Reinhardt commits, which is really good. And you're here with the follow up. By the way, if he hadn't charged his Winston away, like all of you would have died because this Winston just popped ult to knock you all off the bridge. So really good charge by your Reinhardt. The follow up bubble from you makes it much safer for him to do that. And then the Winston bubble goes, or it doesn't go away, but you Graviton,
We can combo.
in the point. What happened to the? Yeah, you Graviton in the point. It is by a wall, which actually worked out because the enemy Reinhardt. Excuse me, guys. If you see that in the back here, the enemy Reinhardt is charging the allied Reinhardt. Right. The red Reinhardt walked across the point and charged all the way to the other side, leaving his whole team exposed. He got super greedy for, your blue Reinhardt, which just opened up this great Graviton for you. So you catch Mercy, which is great. She's looking around. She's got no one to fly to. Now there is a Genji behind you, which she probably could have flown to, but she doesn't manage to get it off in time. You get the follow up from your Pharah, which is good. You literally hit all the points of a good grab. You have the combo. Your team's there. The communication was there. Everything was there. The only thing that was missing was a bubble on your ulting teammate, but that's okay because you made a play with your bubble in a different fashion, which was your Reinhardt going in, making this play possible. So, really good Graviton.
Oh, this was
A
bad.
good job catching the
Oh,
Mercy.
nice,
you're
nice,
gonna
nice.
get these 2 really big
Alright.
kills,
Nice.
and now you just
Watch
have
out, watch out
now
for
you just have to
Genji.
fight this Genji. Good shield,
Genji weak. Genji really weak. Alright, Genji dead.
good kill there.
Nice kill on Genji. He got the right.
Yeah, see this Reinhardt can't do anything versus you and
Guys,
Fair,
come to
so
point,
really
come
good
to
job.
point.
Watch the Earth Shatter. Watch the Earth Shatter. He might Panic
Nice.
Shatter. Okay, he didn't Panic Shatter.
Alright, let's get Winston. Oh boy, we're...
Wait, you killed the
Nice.
Mercy. How, is she already back? Wow.
Genji really weak.
They stalled
I
out
can't
a
watch
really
that.
long time. She died and came all the way back. That's unfortunate.
Alright, let's get Winston. Oh boy, we're losing this.
Good. Yeah, the res was actually really
Nice.
unexpected.
Alright, let's get Winston.
I guess, you know, the moment you saw Winston over here, it should have kind of clicked in our heads, like, oh, if Winston here, maybe Mercy's here, because Winston will leap to the point, Mercy will fly to him. But, you know, that's something that's easy to realize, you know, in post-review, so I'm not expecting you to, realize that in the game. And this is for all levels, I'm not just saying that, you know, because we're reviewing Silver, which, again, is fine. I have no issues with reviewing Silver, Bronze, whatever level. But just something to think about, guys. If you killed Winston and Mercy in the grab, and then you see Winston, it should kind of, like, tingle in your head, like, wait, if Winston's back, that must mean Mercy's back, right? So just, you know, something we can all, you know, try and be aware of in our own games. Good bubble on your Rhine.
Yeah, it's
This is not,
buggy.
you're right, this is not
Okay,
looking
get
great.
Reaper, get Reaper.
Oh, your Reinhardt shattered and he missed. Good bubble! Oh my god, that was such a good bubble.
Nice.
Ooh.
On a bubble.
Your bubble saved his life initially though, and so it was, you did as much as you could. I feel like I haven't talked about your bubbles enough, so let me go back, guys, and
Nice.
look at your bubbles.
Alright, let's get Winston.
That bubble on yourself was
Oh,
you
we're
thought the
losing
fight was
this.
over, then the res came through, so no problem there.
How is that?
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's buggy.
This
Okay,
bubble
get
was a
Reaper,
bit
get Reaper.
premature, but they eventually did give you the energy. And the reason I say it's premature, because let's look at the moment of application, okay?
Yeah, it's-
So we see
it's fun.
here, you know, we're at 395 HP, and Reaper is not shooting at us, right? So in my head, I really don't see any source of damage, like, shooting at us, if you know what I mean. So, but we bubbled anyway, and that's why I'm saying we bubbled prematurely, and the red team decided to give us energy for free. So, well, even though we did get energy from
Okay,
this
get Reaper,
bubble, this bubble could have still been better used, and, you know, while we're fighting someone to turn that engagement in our favor.
Reaper.
Reinhardt's super low. Reinhardt's super low.
That was such a good bubble. The fact that you got this around your Roadhog onto your Reinhardt, like, blows my mind. Like, look at this application, guys. Roadhog is right in front of
Together,
you. So
we are strong.
that's amazing. Guinea Pig with the follow. Thanks, man.
Nice. I don't have bubble.
How is that not dead? Nice.
Good res.
Good bubble again. Another really good bubble there. So that bubble, you know, it seems like a really simple bubble, but your Reinhardt is being really aggressive, and he like, using a bubble on a Reinhardt is only like half the battle. You also need your Reinhardt to utilize said bubble, and your Reinhardt is doing a really good job. Every time you bubble him, he does something with it for the most part. He's charging, he's swinging, he's fire striking. So kudos to your Reinhardt for getting a lot of value out of these bubbles you keep giving him.
No, get the Mercy, get the Mercy.
Yeah, definitely get the Mercy.
Mercy weak. Nice.
Good kill. You guys didn't cap the point though because you stepped off, unfortunately.
Nice, nice. Get Genji.
Good bubble on the Pharah so she could fight the Reaper.
Genji dead.
I think you'll
Let's
be
go, let's go,
okay.
let's go,
Yeah,
nice.
you'll be fine. Bubble your Ryan. Aww.
It's a Rhine.
He was totally right.
That's fine.
That was, I mean, that was a good
Yeah.
round. You know, we didn't really see any, like, glaring mistakes or anything. So it was a pretty solid round. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty standard. Like I said, I think the best thing we
this is
saw
fine.
was your projected
Alright,
barriers on your Reinhardt and
okay.
your Reinhardt using them to the fullest. So good job there. You had
I think
the
we
one really
probably
good
want at least two
Graviton.
DPS
I'll
now.
try better to look at your shields and reloads this time.
This can work.
In terms of, like, positioning and target selection, your positioning was fine. Always fighting, like, near or around your Reinhardt, so there wasn't a problem there. Target selection. Every time you were fighting someone, you saw them getting healed by Mercy. You stopped shooting them, and so it's kind of like this weird situation. Let me get a blank screen so I can we'll just go with a notepad. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna draw on the notepad. So, like, let's say this is your target, right? And here's a Mercy. When you're shooting them, let's say there's some cover, like, right here, right? And if you're shooting them and they come into the point and you stop shooting them, Mercy can now stay behind cover because there's no reason for her to heal because you stop shooting. So you like, and this is I'm not saying this is correct. It's just something I'm considering in this game because we saw the enemy Mercy was playing the outside of Garden really well. If your target like comes into the point and there's like a Mercy beam on them, keep shooting the target so that Mercy has to like leave her cover to heal whoever it is. You know, I just something to try because like it's as a Zarya player, it's always a tough decision. Do I shoot my target or do I shoot the Mercy? Because if you shoot the Mercy, then whoever you're trying to kill will just kill you. I guess the best thing to do is just get your own Mercy or just not fight the 2v1 because a 2v1 versus Mercy unless you're like super high charge is like near impossible to win.
I was just Winston to let him be Ryan.
Because if you're super high charge, you'll just out DPS Mercy's healing, and then you can either burst Mercy down with like 2 grenades, or you can burst whoever, like if it's a weaker target, like Soldier down with a couple of grenades and then just go on the Mercy.
No, I was just.
So for this first bubble here, it seems like a more energy eccentric bubble. You're just like, yo, give me energy, because the reason I say that is because you have both bubbles available and you're at 0 charge. If you want energy off of people shooting your Rhine and you have both bubbles available, always use this one first. Because A, you'll get the same amount of energy, and B, you'll still have your protected barrier in case something else happens, right? I think the enemy team was running a Roadhog for a bit, so that could be a consideration. Actually, I think your team had the Roadhog, not the enemy team.
Watch out.
Okay, so the other thing is, now that your Ryan and Mercy are charged in, you kind of want to be, fighting with them. Winston isn't like too much of a threat. Yeah. Here we go. This is kind of like a good example, right? You broke a line of sight with your with your Reinhardt and your Mercy, and you can't see it, but your Mercy is getting like completely focused. So right when you turn this corner, she dies with Discord. I don't know where that your Reinhardt went, but she does unfortunately go down. You had bubble available. Good bubble there because you're fighting the Reaper. I don't know about this bubble. Like, you bubbled so quickly, but all 3 of these people are full health when, he is the one taking the damage, So this bubble was a bit, early. Probably could have waited to assess the situation like a second or 2 longer than you would have seen the bubble on Reinhardt would have been, yield more energy as well as assist him more than that bubble on Lucio.
Nice.
Your positioning now is really good. You're fighting right next to your Reinhardt, establishing your guys' front line.
Ryan half.
Nice. You're really good play by your Ryan.
Here, let's push forward a little with Ryan.
Don't get booped, Ryan. Good bubble. Don't get knocked out. Don't get knocked off. You guys are like, if there was a Lucio that just like flew in here and oh, you guys pigeonholed yourselves.
Back up.
Oh, that was a good bubble.
Nice. Ooh, what?
Mercy with the 2 kills, coming in hot.
Mercy, you're on a roll.
Good grenades, by the way. Oh, if you guys are wondering, Zarya can grenade jump this. So if you really wanted to commit to this kill, you could walk up, grenade jump. You have your personal shield to win the 1v1. You don't have to go outside. You can definitely just grenade jump that spot right there.
My mic's been off this whole game. Fucking life.
Nice.
What is? Okay. Wait, there are the Reapers on that little ledge, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
wait,
Reaper's getting ready to drop. He's getting ready to drop his ult.
I'm just chipping away this health.
Oh, you wanted to bury your Rhine there. That's unfortunate.
Nice.
Oh, I was wondering why you were reloading, but he interrupted your reload, so it makes sense.
I don't have a bubble for you though.
Good job informing your fair. Yo, I don't have a bubble. The enemy team they shouldn't have pushed in with Transcendence when you guys have Mercy Zenyatta, but hey, it's working out for you.
Nice. Get Winston. Nice, good pin.
Nice pin.
Alright, that was a really good fight by your team. Let's just look at what we did as Zarya in this fight. Obviously, we had the bubble here for, we bubbled the Rhine charge.
Nice kill on the right.
And yeah, I mean, your team kind of carried you this fight in all honesty, which is fine. That happens to everyone. Not a big deal. Sometimes you're being carried in a fight, and sometimes you carry your team. It goes both ways.
Godly.
Let's get back on point.
Sliding as McCurry.
If McCree's not working, you can change.
No, I'm saying I'm doing really good.
Oh, okay.
Oh, again, so
McCree's not
I'll try
working,
my
you
best not to get repetitive, but again,
Yeah.
you have both barriers available, and you're choosing to farm energy with projected barrier instead of personal shield. Definitely farm energy with personal shield
saying I'm
and
doing
save projected barrier for
okay.
those like rare instances when you need it all of a sudden.
Oh, you said you're sick?
Like if your Ryan
I
got
thought you
charged
said
right
you
now or
suck.
something.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear. Oh, they didn't get on point.
Wow, that was such a fast round. I mean, yeah, I think you kind of got carried that round, which again,
Six
not a big
click,
deal. It
my
happens
boys.
to everyone. Your Reinhardt's playing really well. You're fair. I mean, everyone on your team is playing
Alright,
pretty well.
Far, we'll
And when I say
combo.
you got carried, I'm not saying you did bad. You know, you had minimal impact, right? You were kind of using bears here and there, shooting at targets here and there. Nothing bad, but you know, nothing outstanding either. And I think we can all agree on that. So not a big deal.
Oh,
Hopefully,
again.
you know, we see a bit of a longer fight in this next round. Try and get some Graviton, some good barriers. Again, with the using personal shield versus projected barrier for energy.
Reaper teleport.
Yeah, Reaper, no teleport.
I think this reload was kind of. Or were you at zero?
The Reaper
Excuse me,
Yeah,
you were
Reaper,
at
no
zero ammo.
teleport.
Never mind.
No, he's just behind the Ryan.
Oh, I'm weak.
Yeah, see this. So right here is the punishment of using that barrier for energy, right?
Reaper teleport.
Yeah,
You
Reaper, no
you got
teleport.
0 energy for it because you did it so early. So the enemy team just chooses not to shoot it.
Reaper teleport.
Yeah, Reaper,
And
no
then the
teleport.
second thing is, you know, you got energy off your personal shield, and now when your fair is super weak, you don't have a shield for her. So you got 40 energy out of 2 bears, and an ally died right in front of you. So that's just kind of, you know, one of the main reasons why I suggest
Mango and I
saving
have a bubble
those. If you want energy, if the goal of a barrier is to get energy,
Alright,
and you
follow,
have
follow.
both available, that's why I suggest using your personal
Get
shield
there, Ryan. Get
first.
there, Ryan.
Nice job.
Kill the Mercy.
Battle Mercy, I like
Or McCree. Oh goodness, your Ryan is swinging the wrong way. Really good barriers, by the way. You're doing a lot of shotgunning, right? I mean, or I say that, but there's no Anna. So, but you're right. Like I said, your Ryan's being aggressive. You're helping him be aggressive
Ryan,
with
get there,
all
Ryan.
these barriers.
it. Nice job, Mercy. Battle Mercy, I like it.
I mean, look how many barriers you keep giving Ryan, and look what he's doing with them. You know how much alt charge he just
Nice.
got? He pinned a Reaper. He's
Good
swinging
flashbang.
absolutely
Get the Lucio,
everything.
get
He's
the
getting a
Lucio.
lot of heals from your team. I mean, you guys are funneling your team's
let him
resources
boop
into this
anyone.
Reinhardt, and he's taking that advantage you're giving him and turning it into winning fights. So kudos to your Ryan, kudos to your team, and good job yourself for like maybe some subtly realizing, you know, hey,
let him
this
boop
Ryan
it.
is doing a really good job. I'm gonna keep giving him barriers, and we'll keep seeing advantages. Good barrier there. Good focus on the Rhine to build alt charge.
Nice.
Good. That was a good shield. You're trying to eat the pin.
Good flashbang. Get
That was a
Lucio,
good
get the Lucio.
flashbang. That was a really good flashbang. Another great barrier on Rhine. He was at about 200
Don't let
HP.
him boop anyone.
By the way, I would use grenades versus the Lucio because he's like small and nimble. But anyway, still a good kill.
Winston.
Battle's almost
Winston low. Nice.
Discipline. You could have buried Mercy there. It would have been a big deal because the fight was pretty won. But you didn't. Not a big deal. Good job. You know, that was a well-played fight from the front line, right? You and Reinhardt are making a lot of work happen in the front line, which
Lucio,
is
just
really opening
just
up
give
the
us a
map for your
heads
team
up of where you
to
are,
do
so that we can
whatever they want. Lucio can move in position to get boops. McCree's just shooting for free from the backline. Mercy's getting so much alt charge off of your Reinhardt. Again, we see again farming energy with projected barrier over personal shield.
Yeah, Winston.
That's all I'm gonna do, right? If it happens, I'm just gonna point it out and we'll move on.
Oh, sorry, I don't have a bubble for
And
you.
see, this is it. That right there is the punishment, right? Your Ryan got charged and you didn't have barrier.
It's my bad. I should have saved it.
Now, thankfully, your Mercy
Alright,
healed the
hide.
crap out of him.
Oh,
Oh, you had a
I
barrier
saved it.
too, didn't you?
Alright,
Oh, you did. You had it right now, but you weren't like looking at the doorway. So, like, it's just this is just like a very minuscule mistake, right? You're obviously in cover, so be looking at the door for anyone else trying to get into cover. You would have been able to get a shield on your Mercy. Maybe the timing is like really small there, at least in this clip. But you know, just try and look for other people to help as everyone's
I
running
don't
for
have enough
cover.
bubbles.
Let's look at this barrier
I
onto
don't have
you.
enough bubbles.
I'm not sure about this
sorry.
barrier. You took like 2 damage and then you barriered. Right, so Winston's not shooting you. So like here is a great bubble on McCree. He's ulting 100 HP. Winston's clearly focusing him. You've got a bubble. This would have been a good bubble. I think actually you do this bubble, but you barrier yourself.
I don't have enough bubbles.
Oh, you don't do that bubble. But yeah, you bury yourself when he wasn't even shooting you, which is kind of just a little. There's a kind of a weird barrier there. I saw the
Far,
enemy
how close to
Mercy,
ult?
by the way.
Kill the three, kill the three. Or Mercy, I mean, same thing.
Nice. Good kill.
I wouldn't grab. I think the fight's pretty lost. Oh, are they leaving? Oh my God, they're leaving.
Far, how close to ult?
Heal right.
Oh my! Oh, don't grab. Do not do it. You have your Reinhardt's literally about to die. I don't think Farah. It has barrage. We don't know where she is. And they have sound barrier. The main thing is that they have sound barrier. Just wait till the sound barrier decays a bit. You can survive 400 HP. You're about to have 200 more with the shield. So I think you can hold off.
Alright.
Oh, he did the Earth Shatter.
Nice.
Oh, your Lucio had sound
Get
barrier
ready, get
too.
ready.
Oh my God.
Nice.
The enemy team screwed up. They knocked down Mercy, but they didn't
Get ready,
focus her. They tried to focus your Mercy, but the Lucio booped them away. The red team must be so mad. Oh my
Far,
goodness.
How close to ult?
Heal Reinhardt.
Sorry guys, I want to rewatch this fight again, make sure I'm seeing everything.
Alright.
Your Ryan completely whiffed Earth Shatter, pretty
Nice.
sure.
Get ready, get ready.
Oh my God, that Lucio screwed this up so much. She would have died too. Okay, now just find your Pharaoh. You've got a barrier even. Find your Pharaoh. Don't bury your Ryan. Make sure you find your Pharaoh.
There's 2 in there only. Nice.
Look up. Bury her. Alright, it's a bit delayed. It still happened. So you know your mind's in the right place. Just got to work on the execution a bit.
Let's get this Winston.
Oh my
Winston's
God,
low.
you guys literally won this
Nice.
fight off of the red team's Lucio
We got
boop.
this. Oh, there's the res.
Oh wait, I said that, but good barrier by the way on your
Oh, there's the
Ryan.
res.
That was my bad. I definitely should.
Because he saw the barrier and instantly used it to charge. So like I
haven't seen
said,
the
your
Reaper
Ryan
use
is
ult
doing
yet,
a lot
so
of work
he
with the
might have it
barriers that you
soon.
give him. So
Oh, he's dead though.
like,
Oh, Winston.
I don't know if you know this guy, but you should duo with this guy as a Zarya player because you guys have just been a
Ryan.
hurricane in this game. You give him
He
barriers
got-
and he just deals the damage and he just draws a line in the sand and he's like,
Oh, he.
you are not coming
Oh,
into
he
my
was
house.
just-
He swings that hammer. He's getting so much ult charge, giving you so much
Have
energy.
you guys noticed in
So if you
Nepal,
know who that
the,
guy is, duo with
I
him.
forget which one, but the one with the temple in the middle.
grenade.
It's just all elephant butts.
All right, let me just. I think the fight was pretty much won, but I just want to look at these barriers near the end, guys.
I haven't seen the Reaper use ult yet, so he might have it soon. Oh, he's dead though. Oh, Winston.
Good focus on the Winston, but again, he's really the only target, so not much to be said there. There's
Hi,
really
Ryan.
no one. There's literally no one else to shoot at.
He
Oh
died.
man, look. Winston's booty.
I think it's over. So
Mm.
this second round was really good. Again, your Reinhardt, you and the Reinhardt frontline are doing a lot of work in this game.
Alright, we're in a
Your
pretty
Mercy is
comfortable
also
spot right
kind of
now.
putting herself in really dangerous positions to keep the Ryan healed. And the way that you would avoid that in like a different game is instead of having Mercy, you would have Anna. So like when Ryan charges in, Anna can heal him from like relative safety, but your Mercy keeps flying in, you know, to heal him, which is kind of forcing barriers out of you because of her positioning. So you're giving a lot of barriers to Ryan, which is working out really well. You're doing a pretty good job with your own personal shield. You're staying alive a lot. Your positioning is good. You're staying near your Ryan, near your healers, not really overextending, which is good.
Yeah.
Your Graviton was really good too, by the way. We can't ignore that fact, right? You were waiting for the Pharah's confirmation that she was there. You got an amazing Graviton off. We saw a bit of a delay on the bubble, but you know that's something that can be easily fixed. And so yeah, really good Graviton, good shields, good positioning, good target selection. So that last round was your best round so far. So really good job. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Check out these 2 other videos on the left hand side and be sure to subscribe by clicking that button on the right. If you like all of this stuff, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and of course YouTube. All the links will be in the description below. Again, thanks so much for watching guys and have a good one.